So starting off Metroid Prime Remastered, I have been holding off on playing this because the physical edition did not release over in Europe until today, actually. So yes, I got my cartridge. Thank God I was able to get a hold of a physical copy because I've been hearing some people having trouble getting this thing, and like any good thing that is kinda hard to find, scalpers be scalping, so yeah, I did thankfully manage to get a copy of the game. It's not even in the Switch. Let me put that in real quick. I do love physical media still, even though this is probably the last generation we're going to see it. For a moment there, I thought that was like, you know, stereotypical YouTube PNG fire that was like below the Metroid Prime logo, but no, that's just like X-rays of Metroids. Anyways, so this game is a classic. Like, I love Metroid Prime. Like, I played this back on the GameCube when it was brand new, and I would say this is probably the magnum opus of, like, the Metroid series in general. Like, it is a really good first-person adventure game. That's good, no day one updates. Reminder that the Terror Raid for the Paradox Pokemon lasts until the 12th of March. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm going to be doing a stream of Pokemon before that happens. Not today, though. I'd rather play Metroid and Kirby. So yeah, let's get started. I want a stream where it's just Mel sleeping. Isn't that against TOS? Like, I'm pretty sure someone got banned for that, for falling asleep on livestream, like, on camera and shit like that, and they got, like, a temporary ban. So yeah, I would say this is easily one of the best games on the GameCube, and thankfully this is not like a quick and dirty port, like they actually put a ton of effort into this from what I've been hearing. Also, you can play the game like a traditional first-person shooter now, whereas the original version of the game had a very different control scheme. By the way, the original control scheme is here, so you can play like that. I'm going to be doing dual stick pointer controls, so you can play like Metroid Prime Trilogy as well. That's cool. I wonder if dual stick has the option to add motion control gyro tilting as well. We'll find out. Hybrids. I mean, there is that. Let's just do dual stick for now. Maybe I'll switch it later. Just all the standard settings. Narration. I don't know, should I turn this on? I guess I'll turn it on, like, all the way on. We'll see what happens with that. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. I love this title screen music as well. I forgot how long this game is. I think it's like 15 hours or something. It's not a super short game, so I'll probably be playing this one for a good while. But you know what, I've been looking for an excuse to return to the first Metroid Prime, you know, because we're still waiting for Metroid Prime 4, which I do believe we're going to be seeing that at some point in 2024. I think that's when Metroid Prime 4 is going to finally release, but until then, it's nice to see that they went back and actually remastered the first game. And like I said, it's not going to be a quick and dirty, like, you know, just a rush job where it's like, oh, get this out quickly. No, they actually, from what I've seen, put a lot of work into this one. Like, not just in the controls, but also the visuals. Like, visually, it looks much better than the original game. Are you going to 100% in the game? I'm not entirely sure if I am, actually, because that requires scanning everything. I'll try, but I'm not going to make any promises.
In the vast universe, the history of humanity is but a flash of light from a lone star. The light
In the world
should be lost in space and time. But among the stars, there is one light that burns brighter than all others. The light of Samus. Princess Erin. Her battles extend beyond her life and etch themselves into history. Here, another chapter of that history will be written.
Hello, it's me, movie trailer guy. In the worlds. I forgot the name of that movie trailer dude, but I remember him having a voice in like Invader Zim. Like he voiced like the host of like this TV show that was in that show. Yes, a TV show within a TV show, but yeah, he has a very distinct voice, like you can tell it's him in Invader Zim. I don't know if anyone knows what the fuck I'm talking about, if not, don't worry about it. So anyway, here's Samus. Not to be confused with Metroid, this is not Metroid, everyone. I'm glad to see that Nintendo actually gives a shit about Metroid again, like between this and Metroid Dread and, you know, Metroid Prime 4 in the future. Seems like the future's looking bright for Metroid finally, whereas for a good long while it looked like it wasn't having a bright future. Like, does anyone remember, what was that shitty 3DS game called? Also, it's weird playing this with dual analog controls. This is not how the original game played at all. Fuck, what was that 3DS Metroid? The one that everybody hated, and for good reason. I forgot. It was, Federation Force, was it? How do I scan? Oh, that's the ball button. Let's see. That's the missiles. Oh, it's that button. Wait, what? I'm pressing that button, no. Oh, it's the D-pad. Right, okay, sorry, I forgot the Switch Joy-Cons looked like that, the 4 little buttons. I'm playing with a Pro Controller, by the way, or more specifically an 8-bit Do Pro Controller, but physically it looks almost the same. Right, one thing I'm gonna do is change the sensitivity options, because I feel like I'm turning too slow. See, controls, camera. Oh, we got styro and jick. We got gyro and stick options, that's cool. And sensitivity, we're gonna turn that quite high up. We'll turn that up to about 80%, I think. Okay, that's way better. And I've got fine-tuning gyro aiming, so that's even better. I'm going to turn that down ever so slightly, and then I think we're perfect. Now let's see, controls, sensitivity, turn that down to about there. Okay, I feel like that's perfect. The force field blocks the entrance. Didn't I hit all the switches? Or, oh, right. There's those two as well. Just gonna fine-tune a tiny bit. Don't mind me. Okay, I think that's good now. Alright. Did I miss any scannable things already? Because this is going to be one of those playthroughs where it's like, I could easily miss shit. Airlock repressurization successful. Alright. Like, back when I played this on the GameCube back in the mid-2000s, like, this game was just a visual, like... It was a visual spectacle, like, just going through here, it was extremely atmospheric. And, like, one of the cool things you can do, actually, is if you do a blast against the wall, Oh, wait a minute. Does that not work here? Or is it the missiles that does it? Wait a minute. What button is missiles again? Yeah, there you go. Did you see that? Like, the blast of the missile against the wall basically lit up my visor to the point I could see my face. Like, is that not fucking cool or what? Like, I fucking loved that you could do that in Metroid Prime. Also, there's going to be a lot of reading on my part, so get ready for terrible reading. The platform does not look like it can be reactivated from this room. I think all the stuff you scan in the first area is purely optional, but I'll scan it anyway. Morphology, unknown info, high levels of radiation detected. I believe this is a space pirate. Yeah, space pirate. Status death caused by a severing of the spinal cord. RIP. Other missable scans. I don't know if all the scans in the introductory area are, like, optional or not. Because once you're done with the introductory area, you're not coming back here. So I think maybe this is not part of the overall 100%ing. I'm not entirely sure. Biohazardous materials, Phazon 0073.A, destination deck beta. Steam Deck. Right, if there's text like that, I'm not going to read it out aloud because it's just kind of redundant. You can miss an enemy scan here? Alright. Escape pod entrance. The vessel has already been jettisoned. Right, oh, that's the same. Oh, hello. Was that the scan I missed? Space pirate. Status death caused by acidic burns to body. Chemical type unknown. I think they reveal what that chemical type is later in the game. Oh, hello. Status weak life signs detected. Maybe they should update that log. Wouldn't that be cool if you scanned... Oh, he's gone now. Wouldn't that be cool if you scanned him again and it was like... status dead because you killed him, or something like that. Well, don't word it like that, like, word it more professionally. I forgot what these things are called. So I believe this is how you get the map to the area. Just download it into your visor. That visor is very useful, like you can download like Angry Birds onto it and everything. Oh wait, you can't download the free version of Angry Birds anymore. Well, it's a good thing she did before they took it away, so she doesn't have to pay for it now. So I think the red ones are mandatory, not only for progression, but they are like part of the 100% requirement. I think the orange ones are like optional. Alright, I don't have more pole jump yet. I don't think you get that until later. So yeah, the game looks really nice. I mean, here's the thing though, like I haven't played Metroid Prime in a very long time. But I can say, without doubt, that it does look, like, fairly better than the original game. Like, I am familiar enough where I can actually tell, but I can't tell you how much better it looks, but I remember like that Nintendo Direct, they shown like some areas and like the comparisons, and it was like, yeah, it does look a fair bit better. This energy conductor unit has been damaged. Use caution when approaching the arcing electricity. I think orange is lower, yeah. How do I check my status? Let's see, logbook, is it? Okay, well it says 0%, so I think all the stuff here, except for the boss fight, is optional. I think you do have to scan the boss of this area. I mean... Oh, okay then. Again, it's orange, it's fine. Could you imagine if that was the reason I didn't get 100% just because I prematurely killed him before scanning? It's alright, I think there's more space pirates around here. Fire missiles with the R button. Oh. Can I scan this thing first? Yeah. New creature has been downloaded to your logbook. I think when it says that, that's actual lore. Like, or actual, like, you know, missable stuff. Mechanism auto turret. Use missiles to break the outer casing. So yeah, that thing can only be broken with missiles. Does anyone remember, like, I never really played it myself, but I remember Metroid Prime, I think it was 3, where there was, like, a piece of, like, lore that you could scan, and it was talking about Project Dread, and at the time, there was, like, these leaks going about that there was, like, a new Metroid game being developed for the DS, called Metroid Dread, and... like, when people saw that scan, they were losing their shit because they're like, holy shit, this is foreshadowing the next game. And then it turns out it didn't really have anything to do with it. It was purely coincidental, and it didn't really amount to anything. And then the, you know, the Metroid Dread that we heard about back then, you know, didn't exist. At least not yet. We wouldn't see Metroid Dread until, like, just a couple years ago. But yeah, it was a whole thing. There's like a YouTube video about it. You can scan your... Wait, really? How? Where do I scan? How do I do that? Like, I saw Mix-Up say that, don't forget to scan yourself, but I thought they were joking. Oh. Right, this is important. A new pirate data entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Oh. Zebes has fallen. All ground personnel and are presumed dead. Either killed by Hunter clad in metal or subsequent destruction of underground facilities. Our research frigates, Orpheon, Cerecius, and Volpergrum were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. The frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy, but on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We are ready to begin the research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at Code Blue, no signs of pursuit from the Hunter. So that's the space pirates talking about Samus. Phase on infusion stage 2, introducing mutagen into tank. So I believe Phase on is the name of the the radioactive compound that plays a big part in this game's story. I wasn't going to mention it, but since it mentions it here, I might as well bring it up. Xenotropic life form unstable. Ah yes, Talon 4, that's where we're going to be going at some point. Again, not going to be reading all this out aloud. I'm just going to be mostly reading it silently, unless it's like, you know, somewhat important. Oh, hello. Morphology unknown. Info, the specimen has been horribly mutated. There are no life readings. Let's see. Right, well, there you go. I've got some stuff. So here's the thing. That one space pirate that I didn't quite scan, I don't think it's going to matter anyway, because I think I'll be fighting more space pirates later on anyway. Here's one. Yeah, this doesn't get added to my logbook. Space pirate status, brain hemorrhage detected. Creature's aim will be hindered. Oh yeah, that's right, because this guy is like kind of fucked right now. He's just like kind of like, well, watch this. Like his aiming's kind of like all over the place. That is admittedly a clever way to disguise the tutorial where it's like, oh, there's a story reason behind this, but really it's just to make it easy. Just so you could be like, you know, you could practice a little bit. I think this one has the same... No, this one's different. Minimal injuries assessed. Use caution, maximum firepower is recommended. Maximum firepower, you say? Alright, how about that? Jesus, he went flying. Oh, hello. Acid burns have welded the joints of the exoskeleton. That sounds painful. Well, it's a good thing that it shows which ones I've already scanned, like if it's something that's repeated from earlier in this area. Like the darkened ones have been scanned previously. Did I miss something back there? Okay, Zoomer. Oh. War Wasp. Oh, Jesus. I took a bit of damage there. Death caused by severe lacerations to the abdomen. Oh hey, it's like that diagonal elevator in Metal Gear Solid. Or Sonic Adventure 2, either one. Oh Jesus. That's a good freeze frame, by the way, like the bullet about to hit me in the face. It was at this moment that Samus knew she fucked up. I'm trying to scan the pirate. Yeah, so it doesn't matter if I kill these guys, like it doesn't get added to the logbook. Like later in the game you'll be fighting like ones that are not like injured, and I think those are the ones that get added to your logbook. Please insert metallic sphere into open door. Right. Just put that there then, I guess. I wonder if you can still do the bomb jump cheese. Oh, Jesus. Ah, fuck. I didn't know that was going to happen. I thought it was going to stay open. I want to try something, but I'll do it in the next room. Oh, no. Hey, Kaposa. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, that's right. You can draw in stuff with this. I forgot about that mechanic. So, let me try... So, there is a thing you can do in the original Metroid Prime where if you time the bombs just right, you can kind of like go higher and higher in the sky. Oh, they fucked it. Oh, that sucks. They've deliberately nerfed it so you can't like do sequence skips and stuff. That sucks. I mean, I was gonna play the game legit anyway, but that's gonna suck for speedrunners. Like, it used to be that the 3 bombs you would get would replenish quickly enough that you could, like, you do one and then you do the next 2 quickly, and then the first one gets refreshed, and then you use the next one to, like, get higher. And you just keep rinsing and repeating until you keep going high enough to, like, get to the area you want to get to. But yeah, no, that doesn't work anymore. That's unfortunate. Cranial trauma is the cause of death for that one. Oh. Acid burns to the face. Caused by severe lacerations. I think we saw that already. So yeah, here's the save room. I think this also heals me. Yep, it does. I think it also gives me back my missiles. No, it doesn't. I think there's like a separate weapon refill station. Right, so I think we're almost at the boss of this area. Yeah, I think this is the boss room. So anyone that's played Smash Bros. Might recognise this arena. Oh, I won't forget to scan the boss, don't worry about that. So this is the Parasite Queen. A new creature has been added to your download logbook. Parasite Queen, parasite female genetically enhanced by unknown means. Probably Phazon. A weak spot has been detected in this creature's mouth. Use your auto-targeting to acquire this new target. Scans indicate the presence of a potential potent mutagen, origins unknown. Creatures exhibit the ability to fire weapons-grade blasts of energy from its mouth. Not a trait not present in the standard parasite genome. It appears the parasite has begun bioengineering program, or I'm good at reading, with considerable results. Good enough. Oh yeah, if you walk on and press jump while moving left and right, you can sidestep to move quickly. That was a good shot. Yep, this is that Smash Bros. Brawl stage. Get fucked. You actually don't target the mouth unless you scan it. Wait, I had to scan 2 things?
Evacuate immediately.
So wait a minute. Did I miss something to scan? Do I have to, like, reload my save file? Right, listen. Just to be absolutely sure that I didn't miss anything there. I'm saying the lock-on focuses somewhere else. Oh. God damn it. See, that's what these kind of games do to me. It makes me question if I missed something or not. Right, listen, the boss is easy. I can beat it in like 5 seconds, so we'll just do it again. It's a genocide run, it's fine. Speaking of genocide runs and stuff, like, I love Undertale. I think it's like one of the most influential indie games out there. But I also kind of hate it for, like, making you have to, like, jump through 20 hoops to figure out how to, like... Oh, voices. Like, it makes you jump through, like, 20 hoops to figure out, oh, this is how you do this thing. Like, because when I was doing a genocide run, I had no idea that you had to, like, keep fighting the same enemies over and over in the same area until stuff happened. Oops. I did not mean to walk into that. You could wait for my response. I could have waited for it, but... I don't know, I don't have a way to finish that sentence. Listen, it's fine. Like I said, the boss is very easy. You need to beat Undertale still? Time to scan the boss again, yep. Like, the way you worded it, I was really not sure if I had to, like, scan it twice. Yeah, no, there's no second scanning point. Right, well, I guess it's partially my fault, but whatever. Oops. Don't you love how my second attempt is worse than my first? Anyways, it's dead now, again. Of course, it wouldn't be a Metroid game without an escape sequence, so we're going to be doing this for the next 7 minutes. I love the escape music as well. So yeah, the red ones are required to actually get... Like, it's not like 100% completion required, it's more like you gotta scan this to, like, move forward required. By the way, if you scan this thing, it turns off the turrets that are just around the corner. So I don't need to actively engage in combat there. Like, I remember that from the original playthrough. Like, because the very first time I played this game, I did not scan that. My instinct was just to run, run, run. And then you run headlong into, like, 3 turrets that, like, fire out at you all at once. And then on repeat playthroughs, I'm like, oh, you can disable those. By the way, you want to see something fun? Oh. Whee! Don't forget to scan the bugs. Ah. Thank you for letting me know. Parasite interstellar vermin, they travel in swarms. What's that? Indigenous to Talon 4, a single parasite is harmless to larger life forms. However, they tend to travel in large groups, swarming over potential prey, such as swarms. Such swarms can be dangerous. I'm great at reading, did I mention that? Anyways. It's a scan most people miss early on. Yeah, I guess it would be something most people would miss. Going into Morph Ball mode is a great way to get past those, like, you know, things really quickly. Oh, right, that thing. Nope, not that way. I have to wait for it to go back. I have to go this way. Right, so we're almost out of here. But what's this? Ridley, is that you? Nope, it's not Ridley. This is Meta Ridley, who is completely different from Ridley. Original character do not steal. While in combat visor mode, press and hold ZL when this object is in your view to perform a grapple beam swing. The very first time I played this game, I was struggling with that one part. Gonna turn those off. There we go. Again, turret's right there. Well, it's a good thing Samus has all these powers, including the grapple beam. I'm sure not gonna lose all of them in, like, 1 second. Oh no, I'm losing all my powers. No, don't go away. Oh, man. So this quote-unquote moment has been made fun of in video games. I mean, it's kind of a clever way to set it up, but like the Metroid series like did this a lot, where it's like, oh, let's give you a taste of your powers and then take them all away. Oh, you know what I love about this game? Where is it? Where's the map screen? Oh yeah, here it is. One thing I love about this game is like the map screen navigation. Oh. We had plenty of time to get out of there. You know what I found funny about, like, Samus getting back into her ship? Like, when the game starts and she comes out of the ship, she comes out really slow. It's, like, all dramatic, where it's like, ooh, look at this. Look at how like, epic this is. But then when she has to, like, chase down Ridley, it's like she jumps into the ship and she's like, whoop! She goes in really quickly. Like, I just find that funny. Like, I don't know if anyone else has ever noticed that. the remaster keeps that sort of like quickly, that quick speed where she goes back in. It's like I don't have time to like for the elevator to go down slow and dramatic. I have to get in fast. So yeah, that was the introduction to Metroid Prime. I forgot what that space station was called, but yeah, now that we're done with that, we are now going to land on Talon 4, which is where the rest of the game takes place. What was the name of the planet in Super Metroid? Was it SR388 or was that Metroid 2? Almost every Metroid game takes place on a planet. The only one that doesn't, I believe, is Metroid Fusion, which takes place on a space station. New extras unlocked in the main menu. I like how they have to emphasize this with an exclamation point where it's like, whoa, check that out. Alright, let's save. So yeah, I love Metroid Prime. It's such a good game. And yeah, visually, this looks like a step up from the original graphics. They definitely didn't have this much, like, fidelity to them on the GameCube release. They definitely looked a bit more polygonal back then. Oh yeah, you can scan your ship. A new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. Alright. Do we have any other scannable pieces here before I move on? Here's one. I don't know if this stuff is part of the 100%, I don't think it is. I think it's mainly stuff that gets added to your logbook, but I'm not entirely sure. Ooh. Yeah, I want that. New creature entry downloaded to your logbook. Tangleweed, plant life with basic sentience, retracts into ground if threatened. Tangleweeds are only dangerous to small organisms. They are covered in tiny barbs designed to trap potential meals. Tangleweeds lack the strength to do anything more than hinder larger life forms. I'm trying to scan the other one. There. Missile expansion. Increases the number of missiles you can carry by 5. Oh right, I don't have the morph ball. God damn it. I forgot that was one of the things I lost back there. Right, well, once I get the morph ball, I'll come back for that. Like, let me tell you, like, the fucking, like, atmosphere and the music in this game is top-notch. Like, it was at this point in the game, back when I played it on the GameCube in the mid-2000s, that I was like, I knew this game was going to be a special experience. Again, pretty much the magnum opus of the Metroid series, in my opinion. And to think this game was in development hell for the longest time, like, I don't know if anyone knows about this, but at one point, this game was being, like, it was being made by Retro for years, and at one point it was going to be a third-person action game, and not first-person. And I think there's, like, some early screenshots floating about on the internet, if you know where to look, and it looks very different from what it ended up becoming, and it was just, like, you know, it had potential to be good for what it was in third-person, but I think the change to first-person was for the best, honestly. Because that's how you maximize, like, the, you know, the, what's the word I'm looking for? Immersion. It really enhances the immersion to play it in this perspective. Right, let's see. Beetle, burrowing insect with a resilient carapace. Extremely aggressive. Oh yeah, I don't have the charge beam either. Do I have to scan the doors? Wait a minute. No, the doors don't need to be scanned. Sap sac. Chemical reaction within sap produces violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odour and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or ingenious creatures dare to devour it. I think it's like the different kind of doors, like later in the game, like the purple ones that you can scan, but not the standard blue ones. Zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Yeah, this thing is in like the original Metroid, I think. Like the things that like climb on the walls and stuff that have got spikes on them. Avoid contact with the spikes. A basic nerve center located directly above the zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protect it from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced how do you pronounce that word? Carapace? Makes the zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. So yeah, I need to hit it with missiles, I think. Or I can just do that. Gemer. Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The Gemer is an evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomer family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armoured body. I'm just going to call it body from now on. I don't know how you say that word. Yeah, this is what people mean when they call, you know, people a Zoomer. They're referring to these guys, obviously. Blood flower, able to eject toxic spores. Wait, that's weird. It says blood flower, and then it says able to eject toxic spores, but the next, like, word has a capital A, but there's no period at the end of blood flower. Wait, what the fuck is going on with this sentence? Anyways, toxins are poisonous, even to the blood flower itself. 3-mouthed modules protrude from the stalk beneath the flower, each within a rudimentary brain cluster and ability to spew toxic fumes at anything within a 5-meter radius. Toxic ejected from the stigma at the center of the flower are sufficient to kill the creature if they explode in its vicinity. You know, like the one that's about to hit me. This one requires missiles, I think. Blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates the blast shield is invulnerable to beam weapons. Explosive weapons may damage it. Ah, so that's also scannable. Got it. Carapace. That's how you pronounce it? Alright. It's not a word that is familiar to me, so yeah. So let's see, where am I going? Guess I'm going down that way. The stone surface this lichen grows on appears too smooth to be natural. I like the elevator music in this game as well. Access to the Chozo runes west granted. Please step into the hologram. Yeah, so the Chozos did settle on this planet. For those that have never seen a Metroid game before, the Chozo are a race of, like, alien bird people. that raised Samus. They're actually, like, really important to the overall lore of Metroids. Abnormal seismic activity detected. Scanned that already. Right, so this just tells me where to go, essentially. So that's where I need to be. I'm guessing that's also where I'm going to find my first upgrades. These pillars have collapsed from erosion. Carbon dating cannot be determined by the age of the structures. What's this? New Chozo lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Chozo script translated. The history of the Chozo stretches back into the ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where the ancestors came from. One thing is clear, however, the Chozo was colonized. Who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to issue a civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with the nature, guided by the providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. Sorry if my reading is really bad. I'm not the best at reading out alouds. Not one of my strong suits. Also, I think I may have missed something on that wall back there, and may need to, like, double back a minute. I see a missile expansion up there. Okay, I thought that was scannable. I wonder how far along Metroid Prime 4 actually is in development. I would assume that, like, development of it is coming along well, and, like, my guess is it's coming out in 2024. So, I don't know if we're going to hear about it this year. Maybe we'll get a tease toward the end of the year, like maybe in the September Direct or something. Maybe, like, in September or, like, November or whatever, we'll get a Nintendo Direct, and they'll be like, okay, we have one more thing to show you, and it's like, they'll show the Metroid Prime 4 logo again, but this time it'll say 2024 with that logo. And even though it won't be any gameplay, I'm sure that'll get people excited, because it's like, oh, it's actually coming out soon now, that's great. Like, Metroid Prime 4 was announced back in 2017, by the way. That was like, what, 6 years ago, almost? When are you going to stream Pokemon Sleep? I can stream it right now. Right, let's see. War Wasp Hive, Primary War... Why? Like, there's no, like, period there, and it's, like, annoying me. Anyway, Primary War Wasp dwelling, only vulnerable to heavy weaponry. Also, did I miss a thing back here? Yes, I did. I don't know if that's a requirement, but... I didn't miss anything down there, did I? No. Like, the reward for getting every scan in the game is... I mean, it's probably not as worth it now as it was back then. Like, I'm not gonna go into specifics quite yet, but basically, if you scan everything in the game, you get, like, an extra, like, post-credit sequence that essentially teases Metroid Prime 2, which back then, when we didn't know there was going to be another game, was a really exciting thing, because it made you feel like, oh shit, they're making another one! It was actually kind of a clever way to, like, unintentionally market a future sequel. Those branches block most of the tunnel, but there's a small opening near the floor. Oh, right, no morph ball. Fuck. Keep forgetting I don't have one. Hopefully I'll get the morph ball by the end of tonight's session. I think it's like a couple hours into the game. I love this game's music as well. It's got this very high-tech feeling about it. The ledge this object rests on cannot be reached from this room. I mean, it could if I could use that morph ball cheese. This door can only be opened from the other sides. Let's go this way. Scarab, exploding parasites that can embed their bodies into solid rock. Scarabs think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm when a hostile life form is sighted. They block its progress by embedding themselves into the floor and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. Ion. Immobile organisms entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, the ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. So yeah, the controls in this remaster are really good. I do like that it's got the modern dual analog first-person controls, but it's also got like gyro aiming for like fine-tuning. That's really damn good. Right, this is lore. Chozo script translated. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. This is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truth of the universe hides within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for the answers there, however, we find the illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization, that's a mouthful, with the infinite. Perhaps finally the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. I like how the Chozo lore is in like partially broken English because it's just being like, you know, machine translated from like the Chozo language to something that Samus can read. So it just sounds a little bit weird when you read it out in English. An ornate wall hanging with a highly reflective surface does not appear important. I think in the original GameCube version, you could see Samus's reflection on that. War Wasp, airborne insects equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. The War Wasp rarely strays far from its hive unless it's pursuing an immediate threat. It attacks with no regard for its own survival, dive bombing its enemy with stinger extended. Fast working toxins from the stinger can incapacitate most small organisms. Get fucked. So yeah, I believe in the original Metroid Prime, like, you could like see a very like low resolution Samus model in this reflection. Sadly that doesn't appear to be in this remaster. Maybe they'll patch that in at some point, who knows. I did see like a Digital Foundry comparison video, like comparing like the visuals of this remaster compared to the original, and overall it seems like they did a really damn good job of like updating the graphics. There is like a couple minor things that are missing, but it's not big enough to be an issue. I don't know which door to go in. This one, I guess? Oh, there we go. I always get worried when I see like a split path like that where there's like two doors you can go through, because you start to think, wait, which one is the optional path so I can do that first? Right, now let's go in this door. How close are we to... We're not that far away. How do I... Okay, that's how you do it, it's the right stick. Chozo sculpture crafted in the honor of Talon Star. The only translatable symbol detected on this sculpture is the word Chozo. Small tunnel leads back behind the wall. The width of the opening is approximately 1 meter in diameter. Don't forget to scan the wasps in the boss fight. Right, that's good to know. Stress points present in the brimstone wall. A concussive blast may shatter it. Yeah, so I need missiles for that. New creature. Blast cap. Volatile chemicals within this weed's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap helps keep it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. In other words, it's highly explosive. You know, one of the things I love about this game... Like, on the very far left side of the visor, like, you see that little bar that's going up and down? That detects if you're near, like, hazardous or toxic materials. So when you're, like, very close to it, it gives you, like, a beep, and it is, like, very close to the top. So yeah, that's a pretty cool, like, little thing there. For the most part, it doesn't really do much, but later in the game it's going to be kind of important for, like, certain parts of the game. Oh, right, I need to jump over there to get over that. There we go. Plasmite, small insect capable of storing and releasing thermal energy. Plasmites are attracted to the sources of heat, thriving on the energy present there. They emit light when hunting, and it will expel a small burst of thermal energy when threatened. Ow. Right, well here comes the first boss fight. I don't know if you can really classify this as a boss, but it is like the first major encounter after the Parasite Queen. Oh. The Hive Mecha, security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on the Hive Mecha weak around their access portals. These units are a second-generation combat drone, able to interface with the organic units at a higher level. They train shelter in something or other. They rely on their Hive beasts to handle any threats. Bees, where are you? There you are. The Ram War Wasp, airborne predator, circles around its prey and then strikes. The War Wasps are the only species on Talon 4 to evolve a true hive mind. Nesting in the damp dark places, Ram War Wasps emerge in small groups, when threatened in a circle and their enemy at high speeds, disorienting it. Striking from all sides as a single intelligence, they can fell huge organisms. Right, we'll just rinse and repeat. I scanned it already. Yeah, I scanned it at the very start of the fight. Missile launcher. Right, so there's my first upgrade. Now I can use missiles. It's not the morph ball, but I'll take it. Means I can now open the blast shield doors. Press R to fire, ZR plus A to switch back to beams. Missiles can destroy the blast shields on doors. Actually, I'm actually kind of curious about something. Where is the extras menu? I think I have to like save the game and go back to the main menu to check the extra menu, because there is something I kind of want to check. I'll wait until I find the save point. Energy tank acquired. You know, I should have scanned that first, but I can scan one in the future. Oh, hey, Samus's face. Again, I love that you can, like, see her face for a moment. Oh yeah, I don't have the morph ball, so I can't go through that way. Ow! I got stuck on the wall there for a moment, that was weird. There's the map. Right now I can see more of this area, the Chozo Ruins west. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit I haven't been to yet. I'm really hoping that when Metroid Prime 4 does eventually come out, that it's going to be... I don't want to go as far as to say it's going to be like a big, like, you know, massive, like, financial success, but I want it to sell decently at least. Like, Metroid Dread sold just short of 3 million, but I think it's the best-selling game in the franchise now. I think the previous record was the original NES Metroid, which sold about 2.9 million. And I think Metroid Dread slightly edges that out. I don't know if it actually reached 3 million, it might have passed it by this point, but I don't know if it sold 3 million within the first year. This room has other scannable things. Okay, can we get rid of these things? There we go. Unusually high concentrations of poison identified in tree leaves. Elevated toxicity levels found in the tree bark. Oh no, this tree went to Twitter. Scans indicate a poisoned water source within 4 meters of the tree base. Wait a minute. Okay, so that door cannot be opened yet. So I guess I need to go back to here. Oh. I should probably save the game. Let's go up there first. I'm gonna quickly check the extras menu to see if there's something in this version of the game. Which, I hope it's there, because I'll be disappointed if it's not. Right, how do I go back to the title screen? Right, so let me have a quick look at the extras menu, because I do believe there was something in the GameCube version that might be in this one. I'm not sure if it is, we're gonna see. I hope it's there. No, I don't think it's here. Unless it's in the, like, the main options or something. I don't think it is. The thing I'm looking for, by the way, like, if you played the original GameCube version of the game, and you had Metroid Fusion, and you had, like, the Game Boy to Game Boy, like, the Game Boy Advance to GameCube, like, link cable thing, like, if you had all of that, you could unlock the Fusion suit, which was really fucking cool at the time, to, like, be able to, like, play the game with the Fusion suit, sort of thing. But no, I don't think the
ruins.
Chosen Ruins. Like, I don't think, unfortunately, it appears to be in this version of the game, unless you have to, like, beat the game or something for it, at which point that kind of defeats the purpose, because I'm, like, you know, done with the game, but yeah, I don't, there doesn't appear to be a fusion suit, unfortunately, at least not right now. Speedrun strats, yeah! Did I scan you? Yeah, it did. Oh. Let's get rid of those hives in advance. You know what one of my biggest pet peeves was, like, you know, with video games and stuff? When people would pronounce the Game Boy Advance with an extra D at the end of that word. Like, Game Boy Advanced. Like, I fucking hated when people did that. Oh, hey, have you played Super Mario Advanced? Ruined War Wasp Hive. That's cool that it says that, if you, like, break it and then scan it. Oh, that's right, I've only got 5 missiles. I thought I had like 15 or 20 missiles, but I guess that was just for the intro. Let me see where the next breakable door is. So it's grey doors. Where did I see that breakable door before? It was like back in the previous area, right? Goodbye. So yeah, these little elevator animations are just a way to mask loading times. Having said that, the loading times in this version of the game are much quicker than the GameCube original. Not that the loading times in the GameCube original were long to begin with, but I can definitely feel that it's more speedy here. Like, this game was, like, really clever with masking loading times, like the elevators, but also the doors, because it was designed so that you can shoot the doors from a distance, and then by the time you get to the door, it would have loaded the next segment. Because it's loading each individual room as you're, like, firing at the door. And more often than not, you're going to be firing at the door from a distance, so the game will be, like, pre-caching the next area. It's really fucking clever design. Oh, Jesus. Ow! I can use the sack. There we go. I love that little jingle that you hear when you, like, open up a door. Ah, okay. That's for the grapple beam. I hope I haven't missed any important scannables so far. I've been trying to keep an eye out. Analysis indicates incubating life forms below the surface. In other words, I'm going to get ambushed as soon as I land down there, so at least I know that now. Okay, it's just these guys again. Nice. I'll play this for like another hour or so. I'm not going to do a super long session of this tonight, as much as I want to, because I'm going to be doing Kirby next, and I'm going to be spending a good while on it tonight because I want to finish the main campaign this evening, so that I can do the post-game campaign next time. Ah yes, the Magmore Caverns. Are you playing Kirby with anyone? I would if I had, you know, if it had online functionality to play with people. I still don't get why Kirby games can't do that. Like, Super Mario 3D World had good online co-op. Don't tell me you can't fucking do that with Kirby. Okay, so I can't go in there. I love how when you open the door and you get close enough, you can feel the heat coming from there, or not feel it, but like, it seems fine, but then you open the thing and you see, like, the heat, like, the condensation coming from the visor. The little details like that are really cool. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Wait, can I not go through either of these? Oh, Jesus. I guess I'm not allowed to go in here yet. Wait a minute, is there any other doors? Guess not. because online is scary to Nintendo. I mean, they've been gradually getting better at it. Like, this is more of a HAL Labs issue, I guess. Like, HAL Labs have never really implemented online in their games for some reason. I don't get why. So I'm not quite ready to go to Magmore Caverns just yet. Oh. You have to get the Morph Ball next. I would hope so. Sorry if the controls look a little bit shaky at times when I'm firing. It's because when I'm pressing the trigger button, I'm like very, like, you know, gently shaking the controller as I'm spamming the trigger. So it just kind of looks like, it just shakes all over the place. I think the Morph Ball is back in the Chozo rune, so I'm going to go back there. I don't think there's anything I can do in the overworld here. Shaky cam on, yeah. Like, Samus just has like a GoPro in her visor. Did I scan this? No, I didn't. I don't know if I had to scan that, but just to be sure. Right, so let's see. The missile blast doors are grey, so let's see if I can find the grey door. How do I zoom in? There we go. Well, I opened that door already and it led to a dead end, I think. Wait, yeah? Yeah, it did. That was a dead end. Did I go in there yet? I don't think I did. Can I mark that? Did I go in this door? Oh, there it is. So that's where I missed it. It's surprising how easy you can miss something like that, even though it's like out in the open. Are these different ones? No, but I can scan this. Yeah, I should be scanning the little pickups as well, because, you know, those are part of the logbook. Just damage boost through it, it's fine. Okay, there's the Morph Ball. Right, thankfully that didn't take very long to find it. Right, now to scan this thing. The Mother Beetle. Give me a chance to scan, please. Plated beetle, well-armored burrowing insect vulnerable only in the rear abdomen. Creature's thick cranial plating can repel frontal attacks. This gives it an advantage in combat, allowing it to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above and then maneuvers itself so as to always face its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. Gotta hit it in the back. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Easy. And the morph ball is now mine. Alright. I'm guessing the extras are like concept art and stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's right, the spider ball is in this game. Sadly I don't have that yet, I'll be getting that eventually. Stonework in sample region has been refined to atypical smoothness. Oh yeah, it's designed like that for a reason. There we go. Fountain choked by overgrowth, toxin levels are high. Oh. Chozo lore. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all the pieces of the great poison, as it is already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. So yeah, I think getting rid of that poison is going to be the next thing we're going to do. Anything else in this room? Doesn't appear so. I hope I get Charge Beam next so I can, you know, pick up these collectibles more easily. Nothing in this corridor. Reaper Vine, powerful rock-dwelling tentacle. Single eye upon the Reaper Vine keeps a consistent vigil, but its vision is limited to 10 meters. A scythe-like appendage on its tip is honed to lethal sharpness. The Reaper Vine will swing the blade wildly at anything that enters its zone of perception. Ah, shite. Didn't realise there was going to be another one there when I made that jump. Overwhelming toxin levels have rotted all the leaves. So how is my scanning so far? Let's see. I have scanned 20% of this area, I think, or 20% of all the game? I don't know. I've scanned a lot so far. I don't think it's 20% of all the game, I think it's 20% of the Chozo runes. Fuck. I don't have the morph ball bombs, so I can't really go through there. I wonder. Wouldn't it be cool if I could just jump on those little poles just to get across there more easily? Not really sure what that did, but I think it's required. Oh! Nope, that's not narrow. That's not shallow, rather. Ouch. That was dumb. Right, well that was a room. Nothing in there, but just like, you know, smoke. Or steam, rather. Steamed hams. Has anyone seen this new thing that's been happening lately? Like, fucking AI-generated steamed hams episodes? I haven't really watched it myself, but I've seen some clips of what it looks like, and it's weird. The path of corruption leads even higher. Alright, blast cap mushrooms. Fuck. Didn't want to be within the blast radius. Shriekbat, territorial ceiling dweller, body temperature peaks at 121 centigrade. Shriekbats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with the thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey. Fiercely territorial, they dive bomb at anything that wanders near. And now they're dead. I will say this, as much of a masterpiece as Metroid Prime is, and I think this might be a bit of a hot take, there's like, I'm not going to get into it quite yet, but there's like a part near the end of the game that honestly feels like padding. Like, you know how when you're almost finished with like Wind Waker and it's like, okay, now go look for all the Triforce pieces? It's essentially that in this game. Where it's like, okay, now you have to like go and look for all these like things throughout the world now that you've got all the powers in the game. It feels like it's a little bit of padding that doesn't need to be there, honestly. and it like adds like an extra, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours to the game that doesn't really need it, but whatever, it's not a big deal. I mean, it kind of, you know, is unnecessary, but that's just, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. But it is something that I remember not enjoying as much, where it's like, yeah, I don't know if we needed that. Again, I'll bring it up when we actually get to that part, but that won't be until, you know, many hours into this game. Stone Toad. Preys on creatures smaller than itself, vulnerable only within. A stone toad is able to remain still for days, preys upon its creatures smaller than itself, inhaling them whole. Anything it finds undigestible, it regurgitates. Stone toads use their tusks as a last resort in combat. So to kill this thing I need to get the morph ball bombs, which I do not have yet. Oh, we got more wasps. Alright. An incinerator drone programmed for high temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when the internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. Scan the wasps. Oh god. What are the wasps? Oh, here they come. Barbed War Wasp. Airborne insect with the ability to launch its stinger at prey. A highly aggressive member of the War Wasp family. This insect can propel the tip of its stinger by up to 20 meters. The stinger tip then regrows seconds after launch and contains acidic compound designed to pre-digest prey. God damn it, bees. Ow. No! Jesus, I got stuck in the wall. Good thing I had an extra energy tank, otherwise I would have died there. Right, now I've got morph ball bombs. Let's go. So I think the next upgrade will be the charge beam, if I recall correctly. Alright, which direction do I go in? I guess I haven't been over here yet. guess I need Charge Beam to break this. Yeah. There we go.
Recorded to logbook.
Standard morph ball slot. This slot is active. Inserting the morph ball and detonating a bomb will usually cause these slots to send electrical impulses that can activate different types of devices. Seems so pretty self-explanatory. There we go. That should allow me to make progression. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I am. Yeah, so if you don't do that quick enough, I think, like, yeah, the water goes back up and you have to, like, do that again. There we go. Nice. Just time-based challenges for this room. Right, well, it's no longer doing that sound, so I think that means that it's going to stay that way now. Now I can take my time and scan things. Nope. Jesus. So I guess I'll play until I get to the next boss, which I don't think is too far from here anyway. Oh. I keep forgetting which button is the morph ball button. I think it's the Y button. Oh, that's right, Nintendo nerfed that. Right, there we go. I don't think I needed to scan that one. It wasn't added to the logbook, but just in case. Right, now I have 300 health. Or 299, to be exact. Let's see, I am in there. Can I not get out from here? I guess not. Well... So yeah, it's cool that this game lets you play like the original GameCube style, but I think that's going to be, honestly, like having played this for almost 2 hours now, it's going to be hard going back to that control scheme after playing like dual analog. You know, playing it like a modern first-person shooter. Ah, yeah. That which fills the waters seek the sun. Trace sediments indicate water once flowed here. Root originate over walls. No decomposition detected. Host plant appears to thrive on toxic water. This large metal gate blocks entrance to the area beyond. 4 runic symbols adorn its surface. Well, I did find one of those symbols, did I not? Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent. The fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the instant should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from a meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. Again, I love this, like, you know, Chozo translation stuff, the way they word it. Right, so there's one of the symbols. I found 2 of them so far. Oh, sorry, one. I guess the other room had like a separate set. Ooh. There's one. I thought that was one of them. But yeah, this game still holds up amazingly well. Especially now that you can play it with like modern controls. Meanwhile, GoldenEye on the Nintendo Switch Online doesn't fucking play like it should. Like, they should have updated the controls on that game to, you know, have like dual analog or whatever. Like the Xbox version does, but not the Switch one, so it kind of begs the question as to why it's like that. Oh yeah, speaking of Metroid, isn't Metroid Fusion coming to NSO soon? Isn't the Switch... like, technically... Wait a minute. Will the Switch have all Metroid games on it? Not counting Other M? And, you know, Metroid Primes 2 and 3? And Federation Force, but we don't need to talk about that one. What I mean is, will it have Metroids 1 through 5? Like, you have Metroid for NES, you've got Metroid 2 on Game Boy, which I know is on the NSO. Metroid, Super Metroids, then Metroid Fusion, which is the 4th one, and then the one that came out a couple years ago, Metroid Dreads. So yeah, it should have all 5 games on there once Fusion comes out. I don't know where these other 2 are. Are they in this room, or are they like somewhere else? I'll backtrack. Doesn't seem like I can do anything in here. Sorry, I've been jumping around here for 5 minutes and haven't seen anything. Just gonna have one more look from the spot. Wait, did I scan that? Oh. How did I miss that? So wait, maybe the last one is here. I guess I somehow missed it? Gotta really pay close attention, I guess. No, I scanned that one. You know what would be funny? You know what would be funny if I could just go into a Morph Ball and just jump through that small hole there? I'm guessing the 4th rune is not available at this time. Like, I've pretty much checked... Oh, there it is! How the fuck did I miss that? Jesus. I was about to leave. Oh god, what the hell? Just got fucking meteor smashed into oblivion there. Mel, put on your glasses. Technically, I do have glasses on, so... Well, my PNG doesn't, but... I have to scan that. There we go. That took me way longer than it should have. Is that a fidget spinner? Guy, is it a fidget spinner? Right, well there's the charge beam. Weird symbol to represent charging, but okay. Close enough. Right, so now that I've got the charge beam, I can blow up certain walls with it. Oh, Jesus. Reaper Vine, please. Wait, did I miss something in there? Oh, I did. There was a small side corridor I did not go into. Whoops. I'm guessing this is where I use it. No? I guess I need a more powerful weapon. Alright. Unless... Oh! Unless I have to, like, destroy those things first and then that opens, I don't know. Sorry, I haven't played Metroid Prime in years, so... It might as well be a blind playthrough because it's been, you know, too long. I think the last time I played this game was on the Wii U. Like when I had Metroid Prime Trilogy on there. Oh, I see. The charge beam actually destroys that. Interesting. Nope, that still doesn't open though. That does though. Good to know. Love that thing where you see Samus's face in like an explosion. Oops. Metal structure heavily weakened. Sufficient blast trauma will likely result in complete destruction. Good to know. Right, so I don't think I can do anything else in this room. Seems like I need to get the spider ball to get up there, so I guess I'll backtrack now. I'll have to remember to come back here later. I'm gonna check something with the settings. Okay, I guess that doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal, but whenever I... Right, so it's not a big deal at the moment, but... When I hold down the button to start charging the beam, it doesn't charge it right away. Instead, I, like, spam it 3 times before it actually does that. I was wondering if there was a way to turn that off so that it would just immediately charge and not, like, do 3 shots. As far as I can tell, there is no way to set it to do that. Again, it's not a big deal. I'm not really, you know, making a big stink about it, but it is a weird decision where it's like, okay, if you want to charge the beam, you've got to, like, burst off 3 shots first, and then it'll do that. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to fight the boss now of this area. Foreign technology present. Oh. I will go there later. I'm gonna see if I can seek out the boss. I think this is the save room. Yep. Right, I'll play this for a bit longer, see if I can find that boss fight. And then we'll do some Kirby. I'll be streaming till late tonight, by the way. Oh, that's right, I have charge beams so I can bring things in toward me now. I'm glad the game doesn't make you wait too long before you get that ability. So I believe this this looks like the boss arena, so to get there we need to either go in from here, or go in from, I think we have to go in from there. So let's see, go around there. Right, so backtrack, go through here, and then around there I think is how you get to that boss. Just making sure I'm not losing my orientation here. Oh fuck. Ah! Welcome back. Oh yeah, this room, right. Right, well I can complete this room now that I've got the morph ball bombs and the charge beam. Welcome back, Pixel. Toxicity levels critical. Contact with contaminated water is extremely hazardous. I'm gonna be doing some Kirby in like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Like, after I beat the boss of this area, I'm gonna move on to that. Right, so that's 2 runes in this room, I think. I need to scan 2 more.
Recorded to logbook.
Huh. So wait, I've scanned 25% of the whole game's logbook already? That was fast. I've only been playing the game for like 2 hours and I've already covered like a quarter of the logbook. I'm pretty sure this game is like at least 10 to 12 hours long, maybe a little bit longer than that. I'm missing 2 runes, there's one of them. Wait, do I have to scan that other one that I scanned earlier just because I left the room? I think that's why the other one's not being counted. The other one was down there. Ow. I mean, I didn't take damage, but I certainly felt the impact of that. There we go. It's funny, like, the game indicated that I scanned it already, but because I left the room, I had to scan it again anyway. Oh, Jesus. gameplay stop backseating. Ow, you fuck! Well, as it just turns out, I'm actually heading toward that area game. Thanks for telling me. That's one thing about Metroid Prime that I remember. Like, if you take too long, like, figuring out where to go next, the game pretty much tells you where to go next. Not sure if there's a way to turn that off. I don't think there is. I like had to press that like 4 times before it worked. Like, the game knows I'm in this room. Why did it have to tell me to, like, go to the next room? Like, it should only do that if I'm, like, really far away, or if I, like... You can turn it off? What option is that? Hint system, is it? Wait. Right, okay. Actually... Wait. I saw something, I need to check what it was. What? Extra alerts? What's that? Okay, turn that off as well. HUD lag. I don't know what this means, but I'll just leave it on. Anyways.
Recorded to logbook.
Venomweed, poisonous plant that retracts into the ground if threatened. Venomweed evolved to thrive into the habitats of large organisms. They lure prey with brightly coloured leaves. They then detain it with tiny barbs that deliver a powerful toxin. Venomweeds rapidly decompose anything that succumbs to their midst. Again, just shoot them to make them retract. Yeah, shaky cam, yeah. Yeah, so here's the first real boss of Talon 4. Just a giant plant monster.
Recorded to logbook.
Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of the toxic water in the ruins. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. The exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit the flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods.
Recorded to logbook.
One of Flagra's tentacles fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flagra's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. Can I scan these things? No. Just making sure that I'm not missing anything to scan. Oh, you can scan that. Mirror array used to focus sunlight onto the creature. It looks like it can be tilted, possibly to take it offline. So yeah, this boss is pretty straightforward. It looks like it's dead, but it's actually just retracting for a moment. Just got to repeat this a few more times, just like knock the mirrors back and then use the Morph Ball Bomb. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything else to scan here. No, it doesn't seem like it. There we go. Ah! Ouch. You son of a bitch! Okay, I can still knock it from there. Alright, that's 2. I think I have to do it 3 times. Possibly 4 times. Oh, I want that stuff. I want to stun it for a moment. There we go. I hope I can get some health pickups because I am close to death. Yeah, I gotta do this one more time. I knew that bastard was gonna do that. Oh, Jesus. Just turn off the sun. Easy. It's easy! Stun. Stun. There. Alright, I can sidestep. That's quick. Oh. Nope. Get fucked. Just don't get hit, forehead. Wow, I almost died to that boss. Gamer. Gamer. Metroid Prime has a lot of really good boss fights. Those collectibles are still there. Like, I thought they would have despawned by now, but no, I guess they just stay there until you either pick them up or leave. I think that's the Varrier suit. Oh, now it plays the low health sound effects? Wait, where's the collectible missiles and stuff that were lying there? I guess I get all my health and stuff back once I pick up the item. Yep, that's the Varrier suit. Do you guys know about the origin of that name? Like, why it's called the Varrier suit? Turns out it was a translation issue from the original game. Because it was supposed to be Barrier suit, because that's what it's called in Japan. But when they translated it to the West, and they had to, like, you know, translate the manual and stuff, they got the translation wrong and called it Varrier suit in the West. And that name kind of stuck since, like, it's always been called that since that, you know, era. They just took it and run with it, which I love. Like, they didn't choose to course correct that, they were just like, fuck it, that's what it's called now. Dangerous areas of heat are now accessible. Now I can go into the Magmore Caverns, fantastic. That's why I couldn't go down there previously. So if I go into the menu, now Samus has her more trademark look, like she has the big, like, you know, American football soccer pad shoulder things now. I need health. I hope I can find some down here. Oh. Yeah. Basketball shoulders. Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay, thankfully there's nothing hazardous down there. Oh, thank God. Much needed.
Recorded to logbook.
Pulse Bombu. Life form of raw energy periodically releases explosive segments. I believe this thing, I could be wrong, but I think this thing causes static on your, like, visor when you get too close to it. Pulse bombers are energy beings, invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them. However, they lack any intelligence beyond the instinctive attraction to other charged sources. So yeah, watch this. Oh no, this is not the enemy I was thinking. If you try using a charged shot though, it will come towards you. So yeah, I cannot kill that thing at the moment, I don't have the weapon for it. Whee!
Recorded to logbook.
Chozo script translated. The cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we, Chozo, watch over the great poison seep even further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all of life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten over our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form, replacing pure, flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. we are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. So it's pretty much implied that the Chozo died because of this, like, plant monster that I just killed. Like, that was the reason that they're no longer here. Because they stood their ground and perished for it. Alright, well, Magmore Caverns is next. Let me see what's over here first. Ah! Uh-oh. I'm guessing there's a collectible up here. Wait, have I been through here? I guess not.
Recording to logbook.
The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we Chozo couldn't gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. The fount is an example of this. The day we came... The day may come when its water dries up and there is nothing we could do to stop such a tragedy. I'm good at reading. But we do know this, unlike the uncertain flow of the water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The will of the Chozo will never run dry. So I guess I need to find, like, switches to unlock this thing. I don't see anything in this room. Oh. So that's how you get to that. I think I might need a new weapon or something to actually break these open, because I can't appear to get in there right now. Don't think I can use the bomb float technique like Nintendo nerfed the ability to do that. Not gonna go into Magmore just yet, I'm just checking these other side paths. Okay, so that just takes you back here. Right, let's go to Magmore, and I think there's a save point right next to Magmore Caverns, so I can go there, save, and then we can do some curb. Get ready to curb your enthusiasm. Get ready to move your fingers! Hey there, Green Yoshi guy. Haven't seen you for a while, what's up? You don't want me to do more Mario voices again like I did during Mario Advance 4? Hey there, Deej. Nothing in this room. I'll be scanning very meticulously, trying to get everything in this game. I don't know if I will get everything in the game, but I'm going to try my best to do so. I'm going to stay in scanning mode in case I miss anything along the way down here. Do more Mario voices. What if I did the Hotel Mario voice? Would you settle for that? You know what they say? Oh, toasters! Toast, toast! So, we've had AI-generated Seinfeld episodes and AI-generated Steam Hams. We should have AI-generated Hotel Mario cutscenes. That would be amazing. Okay, there's the save room. Right, so I think this is a good place to stop for now. I played this for like 2.5 hours, and I gotta say, really fucking good remastering of the classic. I'm really enjoying it so far. Again, it's weird playing this game dual analog, because the original game did not control like that whatsoever. The original game played very differently. So it's nice to see, like, you know, Nintendo are like, okay, this is how it's going to control now if you want to go for modern controls. Which makes me even more excited for Metroid Prime 4, because, you know, Metroid Prime 4 is going to have these control schemes as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for Metroid Prime for now. Obviously, I will do a full playthrough of this. So I think I'll do like maybe another session of this either over the weekend or like sometime early next week. I'm glad I waited for the physical edition. It was only like £30 for the physical copy, like a cartridge of it. So I'm glad that it was that cheap and not like, you know, £60 or $60 or whatever. But yeah, like I said, it's a classic. I love it. It's like one of my favourite GameCube games, and I'm glad to see that it's available in like a much better form. Again, it kind of sucks that Metroid Prime Trilogy didn't come to Switch, but I think I can take this as a compromise because I can tell a lot of effort and love was put into this remastering. Again, it's not like a quick and dirty like porting job, like they actually put a lot of work into reworking the visuals and, you know, the controls and all that. So yeah, I will do some more Metroid Prime Remastered very soon.